so still in our series, My Campus Story. This is the part two. Yeah, so today I just want to talk about, one of my experiences on campus. But before I go into that, I want to say something quickly about failure. Now, just the way we have learned in secondary school agriculture, agricultural science, that there are economic benefits of things that we do not even place so much importance on. For example, there are things like, you hear things like economic benefits of cow dung, economic benefits of coconut shell, and things like that. The same way in life, the experiences that we tend to call regrets, they actually have economic benefits, like I would call it. Now, this reminds me of one experience I had whilst I was still on campus. So I was privileged to be the zonal sisters leader, and at this particular time, we had done series of programs that required, students from my fellowship to travel down. I mean, we had series of programs, and we all had to travel from our various campuses to, be around for these programs. And because we work with a time frame, we were supposed to have a sisters conference once every year. So at this particular time, I didn't want us to move the program to another semester, which would mean another session. And I wanted to see how we could possibly still do that program. So I suggested to my teammates and to my sub-zonal sisters leaders, I suggested to them for us to do the program online, to have a virtual conference. So we started planning, and I went ahead to invite the speakers for the program, and we started, just making plans towards this program. But guess what? We didn't put in enough publicity and awareness to get the students to come around for this program. So the day came, and we had very, very few persons who came online. I mean, it was so few. It was less than what we actually expected, and it was very, very devastating. I mean, this was a program for a whole zone, and we had just I don't want to call the number of students who came for that program, because it was heartbreaking. I've gotten over it, but at that time it felt so devastating. I had to ask myself, where did we actually go wrong? What went wrong? So I sat down, and God had to make me understand that there's actually something to learn from this. I mean, what did you do well, and what didn't you do well? I also went back to ask my teammates, and we got to find out that we started the planning quite late, and then the awareness and the publicity wasn't so strong. And because of that, we got very few of the students, attending that conference online. So I had to tell myself, okay, so I have learned this, and I now know how not to organize a virtual conference. So in simple words, when you make a mistake, or when you do something and you get a result different from what you actually expected, instead of just whining, feeling sad, regretting, and all of that, it's not so easy anyways, but what you have to do is to sit down and find out how you can learn from that experience and actually show up better and actually do better. That's it on today's video for the campus story.